Colonization of Ceres by a breakaway civilization? When NASA's Dawn ion propulsion spacecraft approached Ceres and began relaying back photos clearer than any seen to date, astronomers were surprised to find two bright spots within a crater on its surface. The suggested explanation is that these spots are either surface ice or a whitish salt deposit. So they are anxious to have a closer look when Ceres makes its close encounter in a few weeks and begins taking close-up photos of its surface. In the last couple of months we have featured on our website about the two strange images of the dwarf planet Ceres, which sits between Mars and Jupiter, showing what appears to be two very large bright lights, captured by the U.S. Space Agency's Dawn probe. We have been told multiple different reasons for what caused this light, large areas of ice etc., but personally, we here at UFOB do not buy that, for numerous reasons. Firstly, the spots are far brighter than the illumination of the day side. Ice or salt would definitely not do this. This might be possible in the above photo if there were surfaces oriented at 45 degrees angle to the sun reflecting sunlight toward the spacecraft. But look at the next photo posted below. The spots stay illuminated even at sunset. If it were ice, sunlight should be reflecting at low angle from the surface, not toward the spacecraft. In fact, these lights are pointing right towards the spacecraft. Now look at the photo below that where Ceres has rotated a bit more. The spots are at the terminator shadow and still illuminated. Now check out the image below that. The spots are now on the night side of the terminator and we still see them illuminated. They are not as bright as in the first photo because now we are seeing them at a low angle. Light reflecting off of ice or salt does not do this. Secondly, if this is natural, very much doubt it, then it is extremely strange that two bright spots would be found in the exact same crater. It is also unusual that one would be in the crater's center and the second would be displaced from the first in a direction parallel to the planet's equator. City planners do this sort of thing, not nature. To be fair, anything can be possible nowadays and we do not have a clue what is out there. Given that Ceres is about 950 kilometers in diameter, these luminous bright spots appear to be approximately about 10 to 15 kilometers in diameter. This is about a similar size of a fairly large city, and yes, cities are normally illuminated. Ceres would be an ideal location for a spaceport base, whether it be an alien civilization or built by a breakaway terrestrial civilization. Since Ceres rotates once every 9 hours, perhaps its residents feel that it makes sense to keep their city illuminated throughout Ceres' rotation cycle rather than turning its lights on and off. Besides, at 2.77 astronomical units from the Sun, even at midday, Ceres' surface would be receiving an illumination of only 13 of what the Earth receives, hence about what we Earthlings would be getting at dusk and its dark world, hence the need for constant bright lights perhaps. So in the coming weeks I predict that one of the following will come to pass. A. There is a civilization there and their existence will not want to be known by Earth media. So they will disable the spacecraft so it will cease transmitting signals to Earth before it goes into a close orbit with Ceres. B. The shadow government will not want the existence of this deep space base known, so they will cause NASA to stop the visual feed and claim some problem occurred with the spacecraft and like what normally happens when NASA captures something odd on camera. C. The shadow government will decide this is a good time for disclosure and will level with everyone that this is one of our space bases, that we have been doing interplanetary space travel for decades with advanced propulsion technologies not used by NASA, or in the case that this is an alien ET base, they will decide this is a good time as any to disclose about the alien presence on Earth and in our solar system and probably wishful thinking, but who knows, it's important to keep an open mind in all situations. D. We will be informed that the camera shots being shown are not showing just visible light but also infrared light, and there is some peculiar feature of the surface that allows it to strongly radiate infrared radiation. But this does not explain the geometric alignment of the bright spots. Personally, I feel that either A or B will happen, as there is clearly something very odd going on in Ceres, something they may not want us to find out about. I don't want to be negative about this whole intriguing event, but this sort of thing has happened before, for example, with the Russian spacecraft that got disabled by a supposed, according to rumors, laser beam during its approach to the monolith on Mars moon Phobos. More on that.